Welcome to Home Brewing TV. We all know what this is, don't we? Or do you? Stay tuned. So this is it, the Blichmann Cornical. And this is what it produces. Gorgeous, delicious beer. Look at that. Now if you want to see me make this beer with this, go ahead and click on the screen. There's a link to that. Otherwise, right now, let's go over all the bits and pieces of what makes this thing great, in my opinion. First thing I did was fill the Conical with wort. Now this is the first stainless steel conical fermenter I've ever used, so I was happy to see that Blichmann supplied or had designed a way to see the fluid level inside the Conical. To do this, you simply hook up the supplied plastic tubing to the sampling valve and hold it up alongside the Conical. As it fills, the level of the liquid on the inside will match the level in the tube on the outside. There is a 5-gallon mark on the outside of the Conical. However, I made a rookie mistake here, and when I assembled it, I put it on the opposite side of the sampling valve. Oh well. Once it was full, I carried it down to my basement. One thing to keep in mind is that the conical attachment adds about an extra foot to the overall length, so if you're a short guy like myself, be careful on the stairs. I aerated my wort, added my yeast, and attached the interchangeable lid hatch that had the hole for the blow-off tube. The same lid will also accept an airlock. After 5 days, I removed the airlock, extracted some wort using the sampling valve, and took a gravity reading. Since my gravity was where I wanted it to be, it was time to remove the tube. I replaced the cap on the butterfly valve with the tube attachment and slowly dumped out all the gunk sitting down there at the bottom of the fermenter. With the tube out, I was free to add my hops in as I would in any secondary stage. Not gonna lie, it was pretty nice not having to make that transfer. After another week, I took a gravity reading that told me that the beer was done fermenting. I removed the hop bag and put on the lid hatch for kegging. Now, when you flip over the Conical, you'll want to remove the conical portion as quickly as possible. You'll see why here in a moment. Although I didn't show it, I did drain off the yeast in an earlier step, but as you can see, some of it stayed behind and started dripping into the keg portion of the Conical. To be perfectly honest though, I didn't see a difference with regards to the amount of yeast or other particulate left in the beer from any other keg I used. Next, I sanitized and added the keg bottom and attached the clamp. When tightening the clamp, both now and when attaching the conical portion, you want to be sure that you tighten it so that it has a 1/8 inch gap. So, the Conical. As I said at the beginning of this review, I love this thing. This bad boy is made up of all high quality stainless steel parts, and when I say high quality, I mean this shit's heavy. When you pick up this butterfly valve, this thing alone must weigh a full pound. I guess what I'm trying to say is you're not buying a cheap piece of garbage here. Let me go over some of the things that really impressed me with the Conical. First off, let me state the obvious. It looks really cool. Second, the fact that the sampling valve can rotate the pickup tube inside to avoid pulling yeast or tube, and is used for a sight glass. Nice. All of the triclover connections are the simplest and most sanitary you can use, not to mention that they are the standard used by breweries around the world. And now for some of the benefits you can't necessarily see. No more having to clean out your primary fermenter halfway through fermentation. No more transferring to a keg, which all adds up to a far less chance of you oxidizing your beer. Think about this. You're fermenting, carbonating, and serving beer out of one vessel. So in my opinion, Blichmann's hit a home run with the Conical. Hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share the video, If there's any questions you might have that I didn't answer, please by all means put those in the comments below. Also, go ahead and check out Blichmann's website if you need instructions on how to put the Cornical together, or you know, any other information about it. Hey, keep brewing, my friends. Second, the fact that the site standard used by the breweries around the world, that's not quite right. And now for some of the benefits you can't necessarily see. No more having to clean out your primary fermenter halfway through fermentation. Oh, I almost had that. No more transferring to keg, which all adds to no more transferring to a keg, which also no more transferring to a keg, which all adds up to far less chance of oxidizing your beer. No more transferring to a keg, which all adds up to far less chance of oxidizing your beer. There's A that makes grammar correct there. I mean, think about this. You're fermenting, carbonating, and serving beer from one vessel. So in my opinion, Blichmann has hit a home run with the Conical. Yay! Yay. One more. Hey, thanks for watching. Please let me degas this a little bit. There's a little too much gas in there. Can I not stop it? Oh. How many takes was that?
Oh, 3, I think.
You know, mistakes never tasted so good.